For the first time in the conference finals round, a game was finally decided by single digits on Monday night, but the Cavs were never really in danger on their home floor as LeBron had his sixth 40-point night of the postseason already. He's now scoring 4 more points a game than anybody left in the playoffs. Zeke, moving ahead here for Boston. Better strategy for them to try to slow down the King as a scorer, or do everything possible to limit his teammates?
I think you got to stop the King. I mean, you got to find a way to stop LeBron James, and and I can just go from experience. We went through this, for a very short period of time with Michael Jordan. We said, hey, you know what? We're just going to let him score and shut down everybody else, and one man can't beat you. Well, guess what? We found out that one man can beat you, and right now they have to find a way to stop LeBron James from having his imprint all over the game. Like right now for this series, he's averaging 32 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists. And Matt, as we just discussed before we came on, you said he got an easy 44. It didn't look like it. It
didn't feel like it.
Just kind of happened,
yeah.
Right? So we know he hasn't had that explosive performance like Steph Curry had the other night. So, I'm expecting that in this next game, if they don't find a way to turn the faucet off, that's called LeBron James, the Celtics can be looking at a big problem here.
You need like industrial strength plumbing equipment to turn that faucet off, I think.
You got to do something different. You just can't let him hunt and find Rozier and pick him out. You got to find a way to change your defensive strategy, because after game one, what he said is, okay, I figured out what the Celtics are trying to do to me. Mm-hmm. So now I'm going to put my imprint on the game. And it doesn't seem like the Celtics have changed their defensive strategy, and he's figured out how to put himself into the game and also pick their defense apart.
Tristan Thompson has become a big part of the Cavaliers' strategy as well. Ty Lue is basically trying to match him up against Al Horford whenever he's on the floor. You'll see the substitutions mirror each other. How big of a factor has he become for the final 3 games potentially of this series?
Well, I think it's really significant. And it's not just Tristan. It's playing 2 bigs together all the time. Love and Nance can do this as well. Nance and Tristan less so, I think, because offensively that's a tough pairing. But they have to keep 2 bigs on the court because, and we'll see here some of what happens with Tristan. Okay, pause this right here if you would. So right now he's going to be on an island with Marcus Smart. And he is so good in space defensively that he enables everybody else to sort of stay with theirs. Mm-hmm. Like you were talking about, Isaiah, with what they're trying to do with LeBron, is let everybody else not beat them. Yep. Well, because you have this man, go ahead, run it. Because you have this guy on the ball on Marcus Smart, everyone can stay home. And he doesn't put the defense in position to have to rotate, to have to do anything to help him. It's a really important thing. Here you see, again, the importance of the 2 bigs on the court. Watch Larry Nance on this possession. He's going to be highlighted in red here. They're going to dig. The Cavs are flying everywhere right now. These are what I like to call sins of commission. They've got 2 guys flying to 1 guy, but they're recovering and they're everywhere, and that's what Nance gives them as well. Tristan brings that. Here you see Tristan's impact offensively, and this is really significant. Hunting out the mismatch, stop it. So now you see Tristan has dove. He takes Horford with him into the paint. Now they're going to have a free look at Kevin Love. In the first game, there wasn't this free look at Kevin Love because Tristan Thompson wasn't there to dive. Al is going to pay so much attention to the dive. Go ahead, run this. It opens up the swing, and a wide open 3. That only happens because of the presence of Tristan Thompson. So when Cleveland's playing really well, and for whatever reason, you can see these guys here have been incredibly good against Al Horford, even going back to his time in Atlanta. When this team's playing really, really well, these 2 guys are wreaking havoc on the defense, and in large part it's because Kevin gives them the spacing element and Tristan gives them the energy and the defensive element. And his ability to switch and his ability to be left on an island with a guard was a huge part of our success against Golden State when they would play small as well. They've got to have this kid stay on the court.
And Thompson, who's been, well, not a mystery, he's been not in great shape. He was hurt earlier in the year, is back and ready and going at full bore at just the right time for the Cavaliers. Let's take a look at tonight's upcoming schedule presented by Jeep. The East Finals go every other day with a potential Game 7 on Sunday. Game 5 tips Wednesday night in Boston, where the Celtics are 9-0 this postseason.